Hello and welcome to this edition of Eat Right with Rouses. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However, you may be joining us right here in the fruit and vegetable section in your favorite Rouses, and we're very glad to be here, but we're always glad to have our favorite dietitian, April Sins. Hello, April.
Yes, hello, Keith. How are you?
I am very, very well, thank you. I love that we sit in this beautiful Rouses in the fruit and vegetable section because so very often you give us some really unique, creative, and very tasty ways to make some changes to our diet to improve fruits and vegetables.
Absolutely. You know what I love about sitting here in this fruit and veggie section behind us is that it's a reminder to include those fresh produce, include those fruits and veggies in with our meals. And so that's a great way to start talking about football season is what can we add to our tailgate season to try and like not only taste good, but feel good during that tailgating time.
Right.
So I have some ideas for us today.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things that we tend to snack on during the tailgating season, but how can we amp that up? I'm not here to change anybody's menu. I'm not here to like completely demolish a normal tailgate.
Right.
But what I would like to do is just give you a message of how can we make a couple of simple swaps that can maybe add to the nutrition of it and have us take away that tailgate feeling great instead of like not feeling very well and maybe feeling sluggish. And so I have a few things.
All right.
Now, the first thing I think is really important is to stay hydrated. We want to make sure that we are drinking water. We also have the Rouses hydration mixes as well that can also help aid in that hydration. Some of those things that we might lose with those electrolytes and those vitamins that we may lose during sweating. So being hydrated, extremely important.
Right.
The second thing is we like to snack. We like to have some really good snacks. So having some Rouses cheese snacks is a really great option. You could find that in the dairy section of Rouses with all the other cheeses. They are individually packaged. So they're great to just either throw on the game time table, or if you want to bring a snack with you, sometimes I'll just bring a few snacks of my own just in case they might, I might want something else, and throw it in your purse or your bag.
Right.
And then another thing that is great is Rouses has a line of hummuses. You can find this in the deli department at Rouses. And the hummus is spectacular. There are different flavors. There's red pepper, there's garlic, there's original. And you can just grab some chips and dip. And what I love about hummus is that it is a source of protein. It's made from chickpeas, garbanzo beans, and it is just simply delicious. It's a great addition.
God, I love hummus. I had no idea I would like hummus so much.
Yeah.
But my wife introduced me to it, and we have hummus in our house at all times.
Yes.
Anytime I'm going to Rouses, she's like, "Wait, let's check."
Yes.
I have to check and see if I have hummus.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I remember the first time I ever had hummus, it was at a restaurant, and I was like, where has this been all my life?
Why have I not been eating this my whole life?
Yeah, and then I was so excited whenever, we started having it at the grocery store to be able to simply grab it.
Yeah, easy.
Another thing to think about is, talking about produce that we were just talking about, is how can we make some really great finds, like some blueberries? How about that for like a little sweet mix? Combining that, maybe make a little homemade charcuterie with some meat and cheeses. And then those are some little snackable chips that's on the top that's made out of peas.
Right.
But also want to remind you that the fresh cuts area at Rouses makes it super simple to grab some fruit and vegetables that are already cut for you and that make it so easy to be able to have something that is nutritious on that game time table. Yeah. The next thing you think about is maybe like you're barbecuing. Maybe you're making something, something on the pit, or maybe you're air frying something. And so you could think about some Rouses shrimp. So we have the Gulf shrimp at Rouses. These are the frozen shrimp. We also have a fresh one that's available. But could you put that maybe on a skewer, put a little olive oil, salt and pepper on it, and throw that on the barbecue pit and maybe have a really great lean protein option?
A little option to go surf and turf.
Yeah, yes, I love that. Surf and turf. And then the next thing is really simple. So a lot of people forget kind of about this, a cold pasta salad. You can throw in some chopped broccoli, some chopped tomatoes, some chopped onions. You can really create something spectacular inside of a bowl that's really portable. You can put it in one of those containers with a lid and bring
Yeah.
that to your tailgate. So if somebody says, hey, bring something easy, bring something with you, you don't have to just grab cookies, although we do have a great selection of those
Right,
at Rouses,
right.
but you can also just make a simple pasta salad.
Yeah, just
And-
put it in a porta bowl.
portable,
There you
yeah. And then popcorn. I mean,
Healthy.
popcorn. You know what I love about that? It's a grain. It's filling, and it also is a source of fiber.
Yep.
So it's
Light.
it's very light. Popcorn is a fantastic snack, especially whenever you're watching a game. And I think about like if you're not at a tailgate, maybe you're just watching the game at home. Great option
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
And then I love these little fancy little cups. Now this is kind of like a charcuterie board, but in a cup.
Right.
So this is a great way to have sort of individual little portion sizes of charcuterie. You can add your olives and your fresh vegetables. You can also add your meat and cheeses. And you could also add some fruit in there. You can add some apples if you want
Right.
to in there. And just have a really nice option to be able to grab. And look, with the cup, you can walk around with it
Yep.
too.
With your cup and your stick, you have a stick-cutery.
Yes,
So
exactly.
nice and easy, right? You can walk and eat it and visit. Because that's what it's about, right?
Exactly. That it makes it so easy to just walk around and chit chat and be able to have that snack in hand, but also make it super simple and have a variety of options available.
So all 8 of these are great options for people to really be able to enjoy and feel light and really, nutrition for your body.
Yeah.
All of those things.
And it's
Great
really
ideas.
fun too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can
Keep
do some
the fun
creative
there.
stuff with it. So,
Exactly.
thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular edition of Eat Right with Rouses. But don't go anywhere. I got a whole lot more right here on HTV.